It's week 16 of the NFL, and we'll see Fred Warner. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the 49ers and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
And a good start on the ground. He gets 8 on the game's opener. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. Whoa. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. With that, he hits the 20 mark for touchdowns on the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
The kick is good. Makes the score Niners 7, Falcons nothing. San Francisco.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. And they're led by their quarterback from the University of Pittsburgh. It's Kenny Pickett.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you...
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
What did this defensive play caller tell us all week, Mike? They wanted to come out and set the tone of this game, dictate the terms of how this game would be played, and, man, through the first drive here, boy, have they ever.
So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
At the 42-yard line.
First and 10. A give for McCaffrey running right. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They run once more with McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
He'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. He'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. The Niners have the early advantage. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll roll out here with Purdy. He runs with it. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Third and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Purdy. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd
They'll go play action with Pickett. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
That's good for Falcons. First down.
Another run here for Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Pickett. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Atlanta. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Talk things over before 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any...
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If this was just one guy dominating them up front, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can chip them. You can double team them. You can start sliding the offensive line and pass protection his way, trying to slow him down. But this has been coming from a lot of different spots, and right now it just looks...
And he will go all the way. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers move out on top, 14-0.
Falcons, nothing.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd and 7.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun is Pickett. That one is caught by Mooney. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Pickett to throw. He's got his man. It's Mooney. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at his own 30. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's McCaffrey. Wow. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. Now, Pickett. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
Pickett to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end.
Okay, ready?
3rd and long.
Ready?
Here's Pickett. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long.
Here we go, set.
Throwing Pickett. That is intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Pickett. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
To throw, Pickett. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. A throw on the run is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Oh, and that ball's intercepted. Jarvarius Ward with the pick. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. That's fielded at about the 18. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he will dive into the end zone. 82 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it. But when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike, and it's because we don't see it very often. In a world of the ever-increasing touchback, we don't see a lot of returns in this league. So when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
Falcons, nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
To throw is Pickett. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Pickett. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good for Falcons. First down.
Pickett to throw on first down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long. Here's Pickett now. Oh, they track him down, and the ball is out. The Niners have got it.
Holding offense.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Back to throw is Pickett. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In punt formation.
Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll let one go. Downfield for Jennings. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd.
think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
He's going to look downfield once again. That is hard. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.